All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash, a double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the Akim, to the elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of this earth, preaching the truth and faith and sincerity. I'm the brother Shema Allah from the GMS Houston camp, and this lesson is going to be entitled, Having a Form of Godliness. Now this comes, I was inspired, right, to do this lesson from watching other brothers do lessons on the Hebrew Israelite group, ROI, whatever, that stands for. All right. Now in the video, you had the guys had basically they were celebrating Thanksgiving. All right. But they were basically saying that, that day, all right, it's basically a day of Yahweh Shai. They don't look at it as a day in the world, right? They're celebrating in the name of Yahweh Shai, right? Which that is off, all right? That's off as hell, all right? But also, that ain't even all of it though, right? That's not even everything, right? They basically not basically, they had pork, right, in all of the food, right? And the man recorded it. All right. But, he started off the video, right, giving all praises, right, to the Most High, right, using the names, okay. He had the menorah right on the table. Everybody had the Hebrew Israelite gear on, all right, the Hebrew all on the shirts, right. So you would look at these individuals and you would think, all right, they're righteous, all right, based off of appearance. All right, they give off that righteous appearance. Okay, but hey, look at the things they're doing. Come on, bro. As being an Israelite, we not supposed to be no pork. That's like Israelite 101 basics. Like when you come into this thing, like that's one of the first things you let go. But you got a lot of people that can't let that go. All right, you got a lot of guys that pork just means so much to them. And you got people that try to sneak in. That's basically what they're doing. They basically, they like a Christian. They're not changing their ways. They are bringing the ways of the world into the truth. All right? They don't want to change themselves. And the truth is about changing yourself and conforming to the image of Yahweh Shai. Right, the truth don't have to conform to the image of you and the nigga that you was in the world. All right, that's backwards. All right, but I'm gonna start here in 2 Timothy 3 and 5. Right, it says, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. Now, when you look at this in a different version, right, NLT, they will act religious, but they will reject the power that can make them godly. Right, stay away from people like that. All right. So they got the appearance of godliness. They act, religious as if, their whole lifestyle, right, is just dedicated, to fearing the Most High, right? That they're holier than thou, this and that, right? But they are denying the scriptures, right? And what the scripture actually is about, right? What Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai actually wants out of us, right, in our actions. Okay, they just basically doing an appearance of it. That's what they love. Okay, that's what those wicked scribes and Pharisees were doing back then, right? Yahweh Shai, he was saying they come in with the long robes, right? The garments with the tassels, right? The phylacteries, right? And they love the praise of men. Okay, it was all just an appearance thing, but the outward appearance, right, appeared to be beautiful, but inwardly, like you said in Matthew the 23rd chapter, right, that they were dead man's bones, right? They were dead in the inside. All right. And the Most High, he looks for someone to have a righteous spirit, not just being right on the outside, right? You looking the part. All right. It's not what it's about. It's not about looking the part. All right. It's about actually doing. That's the main focus, is doing. No matter what an individual may look like. All right. Right, which is having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such an away. Right, having a form of godliness. Right, you got the Hebrew Israelite clothing on, you got the fringes, right, got the menorah, Everybody saying shalom and saying the names. All right. But bro, that's that you are denying the power thereof. Okay? The power that the scriptures, right, give, right? Because we get the power from actually turning away, right, from the things that we used to do. That's the power, right? Ultimately turning away from the Most High. Right? Just keep it as simple as that. Okay? Turning away from the Most High. Titus 1:9 says, 10, Titus 1:10, for there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision, right? And what does that mean, of the circumcision? The ones who know that they're Israelites. Because back then, you had the Jews that came up in the customs, they grew up, right, in Jerusalem, Israel. They knew everything, right? But you had the ones that were of the uncircumcision, which were the Israelite foreigners that grew up according to the ways of the heathen, maybe speaking their languages and things of that nature. So the ones that are the circumcision today are the ones that know that they're Israelites, right? They know about their heritage, right? That are dressing up as the Israelites and doing this and that, speaking in Hebrew, all of these things, right? So those guys would seem as they are of the circumcision, okay? But it says unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, right? And then it says whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they are not, for filthy lucre's sake, right? Because if you watch the video, everybody was in there on that. Like you had men, you had women, and you had children, right? That were running around, you know, basically taking part in all these things. All right? Because of a false doctrine, because of false teaching. Ain't no telling what he didn't tell them about, you know, about the pork, right? Because you know, being an Israelite, you know that ain't supposed to do that. We ain't supposed to be doing that. All right? So something had to be said, some type of deceptive thing, or, you know, we really don't have to, you know, keep the law, this and that, right? So that probably just opened the door, right, for them to basically start eating those things. All right, that's why everybody is not meant to be teachers of the scriptures. Everybody is not prophets. All right, that's why you can't listen to everybody. Scripture says you got to try the spirit. All right. Matthew 15:8, this people draw nigh unto me with their mouth and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrine the commandments of men. So you got people that draw nigh to the Most High and to Yahweh Shem Yahushua with their mouths, right? They may speak, they might look and speak the part, right? But they don't do. Your mind is on wickedness. Your mind is on something completely different other than the Most High, than actually following what he said. But instead, you want to make up your own rules. You want to make up your own traditions, right? Saying that, you know, you're going to celebrate, you know, Thanksgiving, but it's not going to be in the name of, you know, Esau, you know, murdering our people, right? You're going to celebrate it as in the day of Yahushua. Where is that in the scriptures? Does it say do that? They don't say that, right? It's like any of us just wanted to, in any of these holidays that come, or I'm gonna celebrate it, but hey, this is gonna be in the name of Yahushua. I'm gonna pop these fireworks, right? New Year's in the name of Yahushua. Right? I'm gonna get this Christmas tree. I'm not gonna celebrate it, you know, in according to the spirit of Santa Claus. It's gonna be the spirit of Yahushua. No, bro, that is off. You're supposed to completely depart from this world, as if, you know, from the traditions, from the behaviors, how they act, right? The things they believe in. Hey, we got a new belief. We got something new that we follow. All right. We're supposed to be holy. What does the word holy mean? The word holy means separate. All right. And you don't make yourself separate by following heathenistic customs and then stamping the name of the Lord on it like it makes it okay. No, it does not. All right. It does not. This is First Maccabees 1:62, because when you go into this, you had Antiochus Epiphanes, right? He basically was forcibly, you know, converting our people, right, unto that Greek way, sacrificing swine's flesh, right, eating, like trying to basically make us break the law, right, purposely, and put these things as a law to do these things. All right, so we can leave our heritage and become as one of them. All right, this is what was going on. See, but this is First Maccabees 1:62. It says, howbeit many Israel were fully resolved and confirmed themselves not to eat any unclean thing. Wherefore the rather to die, that they may not be defiled with meats, and that they might not profane the holy covenant. So then they died. So you had Israelites that fought, right, and died, okay, rather than to eat swine, rather than eat pork. And you had a guy who's supposed to know better, who's supposed to be, you know, an Israelite, right? You are recording yourself willfully breaking the law, right? It's not hard to stop eating pork, okay? Those are things that you can cut off. Right? It's other things, right? You can substitute. All right, he had the pork roast, then he had the beef roast. Why you couldn't just take the beef roast, bro? Why couldn't you just stick with that? All right, we said no. The dude had ham too. He said, man, I marinated the ham and Coke for 2 days. So you mean to tell me you had 2 days to think about this shit, all right? And you still did it. You still ate it. All right? Hey, that's why the Most High just got to get rid of niggas, bro. The Most High got to get rid of niggas. Niggas should not be qualified. They aren't qualified, but everybody can just come up with a platform, can just start a group and have a following, right? And just spew madness. All right? But Yahweh just said, hey, you're not going to deceive the elect, though. All right? The scripture said the simple believe every word. All right? Also, Yahweh said, what? The blind shall lead the blind, right? And both of them shall fall into the ditch. So, hey, if the ones that are stuck on that and believing in what he's saying, right, and they don't repent for that, hey, whatever happens to them, hey, it's rightfully so. All right. So you go here to First Maccabees 2:23, because like I said, they gave the order to basically go from town to town, right, and getting the Jews to basically sacrifice swine flesh. Right? Now you're going to see an account right here with Matthias, which was the father of the Maccabees. All right? You can read about the Maccabean revolt, right? With Judas Maccabees, right? And you had his brothers, okay? He was the father. All right? Now you're going to see, you know, how he responded to the situation. First Maccabees 2:23. Now when he had left speaking these words, there came one of the Jews in the sight of all to sacrifice on the altar, which is at Modin, according to the king's commandment. So you had a guy, he came and did this. He was like, man, look, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to sacrifice, right, on this altar. Okay, I'm going to sacrifice this swine. All right. They had no problem with it. Bow him down, right? And you, like I said, in the video, if you haven't seen the video, I will post a response that one of the brothers did. This is actually the video that I seen, right, from the brother from Hawaii. I believe Elias Shwama just did a video on it just recently, just posted one. Okay, but you know, if I remember, I'll post it in there so you can, if you haven't seen the video yet, all right, you can watch it. All right, and like I said, you got this dude going to sacrifice, right, and you got this dude on the video, the Israelite, he was basically sacrificing in the name, right, of these different idols and gods, right, that come with the fucking Thanksgiving Day, right, which really is just the worship of the death, you know, and the conquering of our people. Okay, and Esau made it a fucking holy day, right, which is demonic and fucking satanic. And he got all these people, you know, basically keeping this day and deceiving them into thinking, you know, that this is something, oh, we just giving thanks and this and that. That's witchcraft, bro. All this shit is satanic, right? Everybody getting together, the families getting together and eating and this and that. But he was breaking up families on that day. All right, when he came over here, look at how he treated, right, our people, the Northern Kingdom, the Native American Indians, right, Seminole Indians, right, Gad and Reuben. All right, look at what he did unto their families. You can read about the thing that he did unto them. All right, but this is a day of giving thanks. Okay, and a day that niggas want, that they're supposed to be in the truth, will take and try to make it something holy. No, it don't work like that, right? They did something treacherous unto our people. Okay, But it says, verse 23, now when he had left speaking these words, there came one of the Jews in the sight of all to sacrifice on the altar, which was at Modin, according to the king's commandment. Which thing when Mattathias saw, he was inflamed with zeal, and his reins trembled, neither could he forbear to show his anger according to judgment, wherefore he ran and slew him upon the altar. So Mattathias killed this dude. Okay? They just thought that it was okay to do this. All right? So, what do you think the Lord is going to do when he comes back? Say individuals that do that. All right? You're supposed to know better. Like say, yeah, kids, women, and children all up in there, and they all just taking part, right? You know, they don't know any better, but hey, like I said, hey, if they continue following in that, the Lord destined that to be their lot. All right, I'm ending off with Ezekiel 9. Ezekiel 9:4, and Yahweh said unto him, go to the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Right, through the midst of Jerusalem is basically talking about the Israelites. It's not actually talking about going over there to Jerusalem, all right, because even though you have Israelites over there, it's just speaking about us as a whole, basically over here in Babylon, okay? Because this is where the great destruction is going to happen, right? Babylon the Great, right? The whore, all right? Speaking about in Revelation 17:18, right? Jeremiah 50:51, right? Babylon the Great is talking about America, right? And the bulk of us are over here, all right? So when it says, this is the Lord speaking to the angel, right? It says, it set a mark upon the foreheads upon the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And that mark is an exemption from judgment, from the judgment that's coming to Babylon the Great, to America, right? Which would be a destruction by thermonuclear missiles, all right? You're going to be exempt from that. And you have men that are sighing and crying for the abominations that be done, okay? All of the wickedness that be going on in the earth, all right? And we are sighing, we are crying out, all right? Or speaking out against all wicked acts, just like, hey, what this lesson is about, okay? It says, and to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, right? And women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, okay? And begin in my sanctuary, then they begin at the ancient men which are before the house. So it says, slay utterly old and young, maids and little children, and women, all right? But don't come near those who got that mark of exemption, that are exempt from this judgment, all right? So, hey, you're going to have men, you're going to have women, you're going to have kids, right? They're going to get it in that day. And we just pray that we are the ones that's going to be protected, right? But it says they begin at my sanctuary, then they begin at the ancient men which were before the house. So the so-called leaders, the so-called people that are supposed to be, they're supposed to know better, man, and it's truth, right? You got followers, you're supposed to be the shepherd and this and that of your group, right? The Lord going to visit you, because nobody can just take this word and just corrupt it, right? Corrupt the names of the Most High, right? You just get away with it, right? It says the Most High is not mocked. And you are mocking the Lord by eating pork, celebrating this day, and then putting his name on it, all right? You're trying to pollute the Lord's name. The Lord don't play about his name, all right? So, I mean, guys like that, man, hey, the Lord got something special for him, all right? The Lord got something special. And that's going to be destruction, okay? That's just as simple as I can make it, all right? So, you know, that's a lesson. Now, I hope this is edifying to you all, man. You got some edification up out of this. And, you know, with that, hey, I'm going to say shalom.